The Ukrainian Security Service, SBU, disclosed information about a distinctive operation that thwarted Russian plans to capture Kiev in March 2022. The SBU successfully destroyed a rear command post in Poisha, where the Russian troop leadership was stationed. This sabotage operation, employing artillery for the first time, resulted in the significant destruction of enemy equipment, ammunition, and fuel. As a result, the Russian forces were repelled, and they were compelled to retreat from Ukrainian territory, as stated by SBU head Vasyl Malak. A video purportedly captured by a Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicle recently emerged online, revealing what open-source intelligence accounts and bloggers have identified as Russian T-72 tanks positioned near the front in the Avdiivka direction. In the footage, a Ukrainian tank from the 116th Mechanized Brigade is seen firing from a relatively close range at Russians taking cover in a private house. Both sides in the conflict have ingeniously employed various tactics, including the use of inflatable decoys, wooden knockoffs, and deceptive lookalikes throughout the war. These strategies often serve as cunning tricks to draw enemy fire, compelling adversaries to expend ammunition and potentially reveal their positions. The battlefield dynamics in Ukraine seem to be influenced by the deployment of FPV, first-person view, drones. In a recent incident, FPV drones operated by the Achilles UAV unit of the 92nd Ivan Kiro Assault Brigade played a decisive role in countering Russian forces attempting an offensive action in Bashay. The FPV drones successfully targeted and damaged 2 Russian vehicles, specifically BMP-2 infantry fighting vehicles. The 92nd Ivan Kiro Assault Brigade's Achilles UAV unit promptly retaliated against the invaders, employing FPV drones to strike and disable enemy vehicles, as reported. A recently surfaced aerial video from the ongoing war in Ukraine, captured by a drone, reveals a strategic move by Ukrainian forces. The footage appears to depict a blown-up decoy of a Russian tank on the battlefield, suggesting that the Russian tank intended to target Ukrainian positions. However, the Ukrainian forces successfully thwarted this plan. The video, initially shared on Telegram by a group affiliated with the 116th Mechanized Brigade, emphasizes the ongoing efforts of Ukrainian troops to neutralize Russian tanks. The use of decoys is highlighted as a tactic to mislead enemy forces, prompting them to expend valuable and expensive weaponry on fake targets, resulting in minimal damage or, at most, a temporary setback for the assailants. Ukrainian Marines have successfully destroyed a Russian BTR-MDM airborne multi-role armored vehicle with precise artillery fire in the vicinity of Stara May Daytet. The BTR-MDM represents the latest generation of armored vehicles utilized by Russian airborne troops. Additionally, Ukrainian forces have encountered and damaged an abandoned Russian armored personnel carrier, APC, MDM Shell 5, near the village of Burkova Daytet region. The initial footage of Ukrainian UAVs has been unveiled, showcasing their operations in the Daytet sector. Ukrainian military personnel from the 81st Separate Airborne Assault Brigade demonstrated the effective use of FPV kamikaze drones by successfully destroying a Russian tank. The drone carefully delivered explosives to the Russian tank, which was stationed with its hatch open. After the delivery, the drone ascended to a higher altitude, capturing the ensuing explosion on video. Deep state analysts have published a video revealing the obliteration of a Russian military equipment convoy near the settlement of Mikhailsk in Donetsk. The details surrounding the encounter are not fully comprehended, but initial reports suggest that a convoy, comprising a substantial number of tanks and airborne troops, made an attempt to launch an attack to the east of the village. The outcome of the clash indicates that at least 18 pieces of military equipment were struck, and the extent of the damage can be observed in the accompanying video. The circumstances of the engagement are still under investigation. In the aftermath of a fierce battle in the Bakhmut area, the fighters of the 2nd Assault Battalion, 3rd Separate Assault Brigade, faced relentless shelling and explosions in the forest belt. Despite the intensity of the assault, the command of the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade officially retracted its earlier statement, deeming it incorrect and premature. Ukrainian defenders reported that heavy fighting persisted in the vicinity of the settlements of Avdiivka and Klishka, highlighting the ongoing challenges faced by the Ukrainian forces in the region. The psychological obstacle course stands as an essential element in the training regimen of units within the 115th Separate Territorial Defense Brigade. Servicemen undergo this mandatory component to fortify their psychological stability and enhance physical endurance. The course is meticulously designed to replicate real battle conditions as closely as possible, incorporating elements such as fire, smoke, explosions, and live shooting. The 115th Separate Brigade of the Territorial Defense Forces of the Ukrainian Armed Forces employs this training method to prepare its personnel for the challenges they may encounter in the field.